Good morning. I'm Jan Bearden, and I want to welcome you again to Morning Reflections produced by Raising Dreamers Ministries. This week, we're talking about reasons for suffering and our response in it. Yesterday, we saw how Christians suffer just because they're seeking to live a godly life. Today, we're going to see suffering from a different perspective, the love of a father for his children. When we come to Christ, we don't have to change a thing to be accepted and loved by our precious Lord. He loves us just like we are. But we soon realize that He also loves us too much to leave us in the same state He finds us, bound by the cares of the world and ensnared by the deceitfulness of riches. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were faced with a choice. Give in to the heathen king's order to worship idols and live, or remain steadfast in their worship of the living God and die. Given the opportunity to abandon God and save their lives, they chose physical death rather than spiritual enslavement. The king ended up having them bound hand and foot and thrown into the fiery furnace. Then an incredible thing happened. Jesus showed up in the midst of the fire. The king looked into the furnace and said, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God." Not only did Jesus show up in the fire, but the only thing burned were the ropes that bound them. Ladies, when we walk with Jesus, He sometimes allows suffering in our lives to burn away those things that are binding us, holding us back from walking fully with Him. What are those things in your life holding you and binding you, causing you to back away from walking with Him, daily enjoying His presence, even in the midst of pain? We read in Hebrews 12:10 and 11 that God the Father chastens us for our profit, that we might be partakers of His holiness. Now, no chastening for the present seems to be joyous but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them who are exercised thereby. Ladies, are you in the fire right now? Look for Him. He is there. He's never late. He loves you and wants you to walk in freedom from anything that binds you and holds you back from experiencing true freedom in Him. See you tomorrow.